Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends. How are you? I hope you are all best. Welcome to my channel. My topic to discuss about what is altitude. I can completely discuss you about it. But first, if you are new, also please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so I start my topic. Altitude is a distance measurement. Usually is a vertical or up direction between a reference datum and a point or object. The exact definition and reference datum varies according to the context. For example, aviation, geometry, geographical, survey, spot or atmospheric pressure. Also, the term altitude is commonly used to mean the height above sea level of a location in geography. The term elevation is often preferred for this usage. In aviation, altitude is typically measured relative to mean sea level or above ground level to ensure safe navigation and flight operations. In geometry and geographical surveys, altitude helps create accurate topographic maps and understand the terrain's elevation for high altitude trekking and spot knowing and adapting to altitude is vital for performance and safety. Higher altitude means reduced oxygen level, which can lead to altitude sickness if proper acclimatization measures are not taken. Vertical distance measurements in the down direction are commonly referred to as depth. And in aviation, the term altitude can have several meanings and is always qualified by explicitly adding a modifier, for example, true altitude, or implicitly through the context of the communication parties exchanging altitude information must be clear which definition is being used. And aviation altitude is measured using either mean sea level (MSL) or local ground level above ground level or AGL as the reference datum. And pressure altitude divided by 100 feet 30 m is the flight level and is used above the transition altitude 18,000 feet 5,500 m in the US, but may be as low as 3,000 feet 910 m in other jurisdictions. So when the altimeter reaches the country specific flight level as the standard pressure setting, the aircraft is said to be at flight level XXX by 100, where XXX is the transition altitude. And when flying at a flight level, the altimeter is always set to standard pressure 29.92 in Hg or 1013.25 HPA. On the flight deck, the definitive instrument for measuring altitude is the pressure altimeter, which is an Android barometer with the front face indicating distance feet or meters instead of atmospheric pressure. There are several types of altitude in aviation. Indicator altitude is the reading on the altimeter when it is set to the local barometric pressure at mean sea level. In UK aviation radio telephone usage, the vertical distance of a level of point or an object considered as a point measured from mean sea level. This is referred to over the radio as altitude C, Q and H. And absolute altitude is the vertical distance of the aircraft above the terrain over which it is flying. It can measure using a radar altimeter or absolute altimeter, also referred to as radar height or feet meter above ground level AGL. So my dear friends, how is my topic? I hope you like. If you like, also please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon so I'm going to my new topic. Take care and Allah Hafiz.